Peace be to you all. Assalamu alaikum. This is Omar Abdul Malik, physician assistant and health educator. I am here in front of Adelphi Value Village. Oh, first, let me not be remiss in my duty of saying Ramadan Mubarak, or Happy Ramadan, to those of you all who are fasting, many of my fellow Muslims, and many of you guys who may not be Muslim but wanted to fast with us Muslims anyway. So I'm happy, which is my usual state, but I'm happy and ecstatic because I just went to this thrift store and got a nice haul. Now, those of you guys who have been following me on YouTube and Instagram for some time know that I like going to thrift stores because it's a nice shopping experience for stuff that you can get for just a few dollars that may cost you quite a bit more at other places. So this, let me give the address to this place first for those of you guys that are in the area. So this is Adelphi Value Village, 2277 University Boulevard, Adelphi, Maryland, 20783 301-422-2406. That's the phone number. So my haul, my awesome haul. For those of you guys that have been following me know that I'm a hospitalist physician assistant. I've been a PA, medically licensed PA, for almost 20 years now. Somebody asked me about general knowledge, how to keep up general knowledge in medicine. And I told her that you do lose it. But one of the ways you can keep it up is by reading, and reading study guides in particular. So this awesome book, this is Neuroanatomy. Now, as a physician assistant in PA school, in most programs, we don't get neuroanatomy like you do in medical school. In medical school, I think it's a 4 to 6 week actual neuroanatomy course. We do get some neuroanatomy. We might get a week or two. And it's not really reflected in-depthly in our boards, but I like to know it. You need to know it when you're doing your physical exams. You're doing the thing with the, follow my finger. Okay, the abducens nerve is working, the trochlear nerve is working, the optic nerve, the oculomotor nerves are working. So this has got, this is Neuroanatomy, the 4th edition by James D. Fix. It's got over 575 USMLE type questions with explanations in it. And this is good for those of you guys that are actually in medical school studying for your boards. For those of you guys that are PAs and seasoned PAs like myself in particular, that just want to know more or brush up on your knowledge. This has got very succinct chapters. This is one on the trigeminal system, and it's got your really good illustrations in it. It will cover various aspects of pathophysiology, things like trigeminal neuralgia and so forth. And then at the end of each chapter, it has a very brief review test. So I like knowing these things. Also, when I'm talking to patients and their families, it helps to have a more in-depth knowledge for it. Everybody's Googling stuff now. I was talking to some patients, the family members of one of my patients, and they were saying that the patient was having muscle spasms and cramps. So I said, well, I can give baclofen. We're going to order some lab results to see what's going on with the potassium level. Patient's on Lasix. But in the meantime, I can give baclofen. So the daughter or the niece of the patient is there Googling, what are the side effects? Baclofen? What are the side effects of baclofen? So it's like everybody has access, instantaneous access to information now. So you really need to know your stuff, as it were, your medical knowledge. So you don't give out erroneous information or certainly, worst case scenario, damage your patient. Here's another book. This is Behavioral Science. Again, another board review series. This is by Barbara Vadim, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So it has your chapters, very brief chapters, Here's one, anxiety, somatoform, and factitious disorders and malingering. You will see that. I don't care what you're studying, NP, RN, MD, PA, you're going to see patients with this who are just hanging out at the hospital trying to get, some of these disorders. So this is the thing I like about buying old textbooks. They're already nicely outlined or highlighted for you. And then at the end of each chapter is a review test for the chapter, and it's got the answers in it. So I like the challenge of doing what I call now light to moderate studying. Since school for me was years ago, I don't have to take my board recertification for another couple of years now. But it's like working out for my brain. Here's another one, Netters. Netters is the man. For those of you guys who know who Dr. Frank Netter is, he died, but he left us with, more impressive to me than being a doctor, he was an amazing illustrator. Look at this. The guy just did these really beautiful, beautiful anatomical illustrations. So each chapter is very nicely outlined. Here's one on let's say chapter 16. So your overview of glomerular filtration and renal clearance. I have a lot of patients who are on in renal failure. So you're going to learn things. For those of you guys who are pre-PA students, who haven't covered things like pre-azotemia, azotemia, post-azotemia, you're going to have to know this information. Certainly you're going to get anatomy, physiology, and pathophysiology. But in this essentials of physiology, what is this? Yeah, essential physiology. This is kind of the why of the kidney functioning. Then it's again very beautiful illustrations by Dr. Frank Netter. There's his signature there. So this is what he left us with when we died. Somebody asked me about the amount of math that you have in PA school. You don't have that much, but there are certain mathematical concepts that you have to know. This is determining the glomerular filtration rate. That's already going to be figured out for you when you get the labs. Look at that, beautiful. This is the glomerulus. I used to call it the G thing when I was studying because it's kind of a tongue twister for me. It's a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous illustration there. So this book, $3.49. Look at that. Behavioral science, $3.49. $3.49. Neuroanatomy. Fundamentals of Pathology. I got this book in particular because it's very small. It's not like your Robbins Pathophysiology, where it's a big, giant, thick book that you're not going to have time to read in school. But here's things like, I don't know, cardiac pathology. All right, so it's going to give you a lot of it's outlined, the different diseases, which is great. Truncus arterius, tricuspid atresia, coarctation of the aorta, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, acute rheumatic fever, and it outlines the pathophysiology for you, and then some of the things that you may see. This will help guide you in how you can treat these diseases. So it's got the gross anatomy, or the gross pathophysiology of how the disease would look like. It's also got the histology, some very nice pictures. I love stuff like this. This book, $3.49. And when you, at this particular thrift store, you get your fourth book free. So I got Black Americans. I'm trying to do what I can to help my community, live a little bit longer, since our life expectancy of the average black American is several years shorter than everybody else's. It's like, what the heck's going on? So this is my entire haul. I'm very, very happy about this. The whole thing cost, it was $14.80. So if you are studying, it's a good idea if you can't get stuff on Amazon, check it out at your local thrift store. So I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors. So please consider subscribing to my channel if you have an interest in medicine, in particular physician assistant or health education. And I wish you guys the best. Take care. Peace.